Hello, and welcome back to our Japanese 1890 campaign, Rise of the Dragon. Now, when last we left off, we were continuing to work on our new Bungo class battleships. The tensions were going up and down, and that was basically about all that was really happening. We were also upgrading our tangos, well, refitting them one by one. Now, I did make a slight boo-boo when it comes to the recording. I thought I hit the button to record, and apparently I didn't. So moved forward about 2 months or so. We had a couple of budget events, and that was really about it. So we are back into the positive for the budget. So I think what we're going to do here is maybe wait about 1 more month, then start upgrading the next Tango. So we'll see what comes along here. You didn't really miss very much. There were some tension changes due to the war, and that's really about it. We didn't get any new technologies as far as I know. Oh, Cuba went independent, and that's basically about it. And I was here talking to myself. One thing I really wanted to do was point out that the channel is now 50 subscribers, 53 as of last night. And I just wanted to thank everyone very, very much. I appreciate it greatly. I wish there was like some big event that was happening in game we could use to celebrate with. But for now, we'll just play the game and continue on. And maybe for 100, we can figure out something to do. And just for now, we'll just make some plans for the future for the next, I guess, year or so, since the tangos take about 15 months or however long it was for their refits. Once that's finished, we'll start upgrading Madagascar and Djibouti so that we can have a presence in the Indian Ocean. So let's continue on. There we go. Get some machinery savings. We still haven't found, as far as I know, we still haven't found radar yet. We know that uh, Britain was developing radar. So that would be something pretty nice to get for us. Dalmatia, that's in Europe, right? That's like all the way over by Italy. Let's not fool around with that. So more torpedo damage. Two-phase search. The float plane is 3 years old, so let's go ahead and upgrade it. We do have it on some of the, we do have it on the reliability and speed. We have it on the Tonays. So I wonder what two-phase search is. I wonder if that's a doctrine. Doesn't appear to be, so it probably is something that you do in the actual battle. So let's go ahead and push onwards. There we go. We've had some crew quality issues due to the captain. Disarmament progress conference? No, not with our bungos being built. And we would get massively nerfed on our capacity to even have ships. So we'll not be limited. We'll get some prestige out of it. There's some AP improvements. And now is now is a good time to start the next Tango refit. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's see here. Improved light AA and reduces topside load. That's useful. Our dock size is probably fine. We're not building anything very much bigger than what we are right now. We might start a round of carriers after this. There's the Tango has finished its reconstruction. There's the radar. So we're going to put that on high. Where the heck is it? There it is. All right, immediately goes on high. Torpedo technology. Let's put that on medium. We've probably gone about as far as we can with torpedo technology. I can't imagine missiles are very much further around the corner. So let's go ahead and continue on. Oh no, we've lost our alliance with Germany after all these years. We went through a couple of wars together. We're not going to sell to France because they are an enemy. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and sell to them. They're an advanced nation, right? Well, they're advanced, not very advanced. So yeah, it might take them a while to discover it. So let's hold it back for now. And let's go ahead and upgrade these two naval bases now. Yep. And yep. And we have some extra money, so let's go ahead and put a couple of 6-inch guns in each of these just to help protect against rebellions and whatnot. And then our capacity right now is 50, and we only have 6 over here. I think we sent 1 heavy cruiser. So what we can do is we can send the Sumas. So this one will be the Northern Pacific. We'll do South Pacific just because it's first on the list. We'll do Indian Ocean because that's next on the list. And we'll do North Pacific down at the bottom of the list. So these little Sumas, these are just our cheap cruisers that we built in order to get some budget. And the NACAs are going to have to get replaced entirely. I think they are 1919 technology. I don't anticipate being able to do much with the engines on these. Oops. So replace the machinery. We could go up to 30 knots and that's it. So yeah, not the greatest light cruisers ever, but they'll stay in service for at least a few more years while we work on a couple of other things. So let's push on. We'll see what things look like when the bungos are finished. So we can sell without risking having our technology leaked. So we're going to do that because more budget is good, although I'm starting to worry about our unrest level. There's better invasion capacity. Here's a privately built fighter. How's it look? So the one we're developing is this year. The new one is slower, worse range, and the stats are about on par. So let's pass. Guess we had some tension with France, maybe, because it just went into the yellow. Okay, well, our budget's looking really nice. We could gain some prestige and tension, or lower tensions overall. Let's lower some tensions overall. We are in the middle of a rebuild and build project for the battleships. So the new fighter is good to go. When the bungos are finished, we're going to see if we can get rid of the Ackies. I think we're going to maybe even the Congos. But we're gonna see if we can get rid of the Ackies, like if it won't destroy our prestige. But we have 50 prestige. We could do it either way. Tension's going up, tension's going down. Here's the new float plane prototype. Compare it to the one from 6 years ago, and it's really not that improved. And the airframe has some improvements on it. But we'll just go with the best speed, the best range, and just call it a day. The float planes are seeing the end of their usefulness as aircraft, essentially. Better damage control, that's good. So aircraft, combat air patrol is getting really good at this point. We're seeing a lot of improvements. So here's a potential better dive bomber. It's faster, it's got a little bit more range, it has the same stats, so we'll take it. Well, I mean, we don't really have a choice. I think you have to take it no matter what. All right, how close to this stuff being done are we? We're about 3 months away before a lot of our budget gets freed up. So we need to look into aircraft carriers now because we are getting to the point where aircraft carriers are really, really important. So let's go ahead and design some. Well, design one at least. So our current one, the Zuikaku, is 26 5 tons. It's 30 knots and holds 50 aircraft. So let's see if we can't efficiently do better than that. So here's the host shell. It's way smaller. So we're going to go up to 24. This one's 26. So we'll go up to 26, 26.5, just like the other one. We'll put it at 30 knots. And then we'll see what kind of improvements have occurred. So it has 12 4-inch guns and 24 3-inch guns. So this looks like the same amount of 4-inch guns. If we go up to 24 3-inch guns with the directors and dual purpose, maybe we could even make those double mounts. Is that allowed? Okay. So top side we have a lot of top side going on. All right, and then we want to add deck edge lifts. We're already at 67 aircraft, which is, we were at 50 on the other one. Although this one doesn't have the flight deck armor. But we'll see what we can do. So if we do 70 aircraft, we could go up to 80 aircraft. We have to get rid of some of our topside AA. You know what? These 4-inch guns. Well, all right. So let's bring the tonnage down and see if we can save some money. So we're at 29.36. And then the 4-inch guns, they're good for anti-aircraft essentially, but not much else. I mean, we do want this many. We want to max out this dual purpose secondaries. The 4-inch guns are pretty good. We're not going to go with any deck armor. It's 30 knots. So 28, basically 28.5 for the monthly cost at 25 months. That's a little bit cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be like 35, but these aren't gigantic. Well, they're not like super carriers. They're holding 80 aircraft. That gets us 8 squadrons. So that's like maybe 3 fighter squadrons, and then various bombers and whatnot. So I do like the sound of that. Brings us down to 25,000 displacement. We're not going crazy with the size. Like we could go up to like 100 aircraft if we wanted to, but then we could build less of them. Can't increase the radar limit. Our top side load capacity is good. We have 20 extra tons left over. I like it. Like this is a pretty nice little aircraft carrier. 4 torpedo defense. I mean, almost no armor. I mean, we could even go down to 1 on the belt armor and save another 100 per month on the cost. 24.6 on tonnage. We get rid of 1 set of secondaries. We have to get rid of 2 for it to be symmetrical. Hang on, let's make sure we're being symmetrical because these are in pair. These aren't in pairs like when with the other types, like the casemates. And then we go down 100 more tons. 2760. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, so we go up by essentially 30 per month to include these extra secondaries. And then we can throw on some more medium AA, some more light AA, and that's pretty good. It brings us exactly at 170 out of 170. And we did end up saving a little bit. We were at 28, like 60, I think, or 28.5. So we save a little bit per month. And we bring the displacement down, and we don't really lose anything in exchange for it. So this is a nice aircraft carrier. Let's go ahead and these will be our Akagis. And we can build 2 of those. Heck, we can probably start building 4 at a time if we really wanted to. It might be a good idea to stagger it out a little bit and see if we get any technology increases in between. But this will be the core of our carrier fleet in the future, probably, with 80 aircraft. That's quite a lot. All right, let's start development. So I guess we are celebrating 50 subs in a way with a new aircraft carrier for Japan. That's a pretty big deal. So those are going to be 27 something. So you're looking at about 5.6, about 5.6K to build 2 of those. When all this stuff here is finished, 5.6K is just one of these. That'll give us like close to 14,000 or so extra budget, so we can start working on the other cruisers. All right, the bungo is ready to go. Okay, increased anti-sub effectiveness for aircraft. Let's check out our air groups real quick and make sure they're all filled up with aircraft. They are. Yes. Okay, just making sure. We're paying a lot for maintenance on our aircraft. That's why I didn't want to get too crazy with these bases. We could get another budget increase, but we have so much money right now, it's not necessary, and I don't want to send our unrest spiraling, because I don't know. Like I said, we got an increase already. Okay. Let's put the new bungos into a division. Let's put the Ackies into the reserve division essentially. We'll put these into the second division, so they'll be attached essentially to the first division. Then there'll be one more Tango that's coming out of rebuild here in a couple of months. So let's go ahead and design our new cruiser. I like to have the old ones where I can see them. So let's take a look at what we can do with new cruisers. Auto design and see what this computer thinks we should be building. Yes, we have these little mini cruisers versus the new ones. So let's go up to 7,500 tons even. 32 knots, that's probably about the best improvement we're going to get. We could do the broadsides for the torpedoes, so at least they would have some torpedo power. A bunch of 5-inch guns, dual purpose. Can you go up to 6-inch dual purpose? You could. I mean, these could be like Cleveland class uh, cruisers. Now, I don't like wing turrets in this era because basically, if you're broadsiding something, only one of those can be in action at a time. Is there any center line left here? There is. There's a midships. What is that? Are these triples or doubles? Doubles. So we go with double. We go with aft center line. Are we allowed to do that? We could. It would crowd everything. So if we get rid of that one, what happens? Doesn't crowd. Okay. So that still gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sets of guns, which is 12. Can we do triples? Okay, you can't do dual purpose with triple. But that's still 6-inch guns. With an advanced director, we'll do 195 rounds of ammo. We're not going to do torpedo reloads, I don't think. We can make these minesweepers as well. What if we get rid of the torpedoes entirely? I know it's like heresy. Um, Unit machinery, which is useful for speedy little ships like this. Oh, okay, only destroyers and corvettes can carry minesweeping. That's fine. We're at least mine layers. Okay, well, we could probably go down in the tonnage a little bit now. This is 1,400 each per month. If we go 1425. This gives us a heavy AA factor of 20. We can't really increase it very easily. So we'll stay at 5 light. We probably don't need 3 AA directors. Okay, well, I guess we do. All right, well, this looks like essentially what we're going to be going with here. 7,300 tons, 32 knots, with 12 6-inch dual-purpose guns. And that's about it. We got rid of the torpedo launchers in exchange for mine warfare. We will leave the torpedoed battles up to our destroyers, I suppose. Let's pick a cool name for it. I don't think there were many just gunboat, just cruisers for Japan during this era. Oh, I don't want to do that. We'll call it something we can pronounce. The rebun sounds canna. Canna. Can I get a cruiser? All right. We will save, and we should be able to start a nice number of those. Don't worry, we'll be building some ships here in just a minute. We might want to rebuild or like redesign the cruiser since we got that tech. All right, here is the Akagi. Let us start building some. If we build two at a time, excellent. And then in a couple of months, the Canna will be ready to go, and this here will be finished as well. Now, can we get rid of these Akis? Can we scrap these finally? Yes, maybe we can. Yes, we can. All right. They are really old relics of the past. What about the Congos? Yes, we can. All right, that frees up some extra budget for us. 18 destroyers? We could do a whole new class of destroyers. Yeah, why not? All right, let's build 3 of these at a time. We didn't rework the design, did we? Oh well, it's okay. It's just a little bit of AA stuff. So let's design potentially our new destroyer class as well. The Minakaze is 2,500 tons. Oh no, do we just build more of those, or do we see what we can slap on there? Because we did get some ASW improvements. So what can we do for new destroyers? So we can at least go up to 2,500 tons. We can probably go up to 3,000. Yes, we could. We want normal engines, and that puts us at 35 speed, so we want to go at least 36. Puts us with 5-inch guns as opposed to 4-inch guns. And these are dual purpose as well, which is pretty cool. We could do, I don't think we want mines on these. There's only one launcher. We can make it a quintuple launcher with reloads and make this into a nice little ASW ship. Can we go even higher on the tonnage? No, okay. So we can't we don't want to put on any more torpedo launchers. One quintuple is fine. Do we want to make these minesweepers? No. We'll leave that to the corvettes, I guess. And then we'll give these 200 rounds of ammo. And then we can lower the... We could either lower the tonnage by a couple, lower down to 2,700 tons and go to 739, or put on unit machinery and pay a little bit more, but they won't be as damaged if they take engine hits. So survivability versus cost efficiency. We've never been super concerned about the survivability of the destroyers. If they get sunk, they get sunk. And for every, let's say, 10 of these we build, for every 20 of these we build, we could build one more. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, does it? Let's see, 2,700 tons. My problem is if we go down to 2,700 tons, we like reduce the future upgradability, because we will need to outfit these with radar at some point. So let's go ahead and do unit machinery. We'll reduce the number of light AA by a little bit to give us a little bit of extra tonnage. And that's probably fine. We could even go down on the number of torpedo tubes. Yeah, we could do that. So let's bring back some AA. That gives us 30 extra tons left over. Cool. And we'll call this the Urashi. That's a cool name. Save and finish. They want us building 18 of these at a time. That's going to take away from our cruiser building budget, but we're going to build those in waves anyway. No. Well, we could do half as many. Maybe we can make it work. We have a lot of extra funds right now. If we start going into the red, that's fine. There's the radar. Okay. So they want us building 10 cruisers. We have 3 being built, so they want us to build 7 essentially, right? So what if we go up to what if we do 6? Will that be enough? No. One more. Okay, that's good. And they also want us doing destroyers. I wonder, yeah, because I don't see it on here as a requirement. Building 18 destroyers is going to put us big, big, big into the red. In the budget, the tension is going up, where our unrest level is going up, that is. Let's see what happens with our unrest here. We can always try to bring it back down. All right, let's build. What happens when we try to build 18 of these? Yikes, 10,000 a month. Okay. Yep, we're gonna be in debt for 10,000 a month for a while. We could technically do that for 28 months. So I mean, it's possible. And our unrest is going up. Okay. So we do need to try to find a way to bring the budget back down a little bit if we can. Um, these NACAs, we're going to get rid of them anyway. So let's go ahead and just start. Yep, let's just start getting rid of some of them. Try to save some money. Okay. That's not as bad. It's still not good. The Satsukis so what we'll probably do is end up replacing, since we have to build 18 of the new destroyers, we'll probably end up replacing the Minakazis in time. So we'll go ahead and get rid of these Satsukis now. They're just too small to usefully upgrade. Yeah, we'll sell one to Spain. Oops. Oops. Okay. Wow, my clicking accuracy is not great. Scrap. Okay. And then we will do this squadron here. We'll go to well, Indian Ocean. This squadron here. We'll go to South Pacific. And this one here will go to North Pacific. And in the meantime, since we're getting rid of some of these anyway, scrap, we're replacing these. This brings us down to 8,000 deficit per month. We could do that for quite a while. And all of these Minakazis are going to get replaced. They're too small to upgrade. They're too close to. We built them like with almost zero tonnage left over. So even if we upgraded the engines, um, I think a refit would be just as expensive as building a whole new destroyer essentially. And the new ones are going to be 3,000 tons bigger, which gives us more room for radars and everything else. And the new ones will also have the improved anti-submarine abilities as well. So the destroyers, whatever. The NACAs we were planning to get rid of anyway. I wanted to wait to get rid of these until we had the new ones in service, but that is not to be right now. We have way too much going on. We have a lot going on here. And we're being forced to build these cruisers, and these will be replacing all the NACAs anyway. In fact, let's just go ahead and get rid of them. We have the Sumas. If anything really stupid happens, they'll save us about another 500. Saved us like almost 700. Okay. We have to be picky about what we keep. The Tones are getting old. Those are going to have to be upgraded. I do like the idea of just upgrading the Tones. Everything's becoming focused around protecting aircraft carriers. Oh no, we reduced the spending, but that'll reduce our unrest. You know what? We'll go for some prestige. Increased combat patrol. Torpedo bombers, yes. We'll go for speed and let's go for speed and toughness on the torpedo bombers. Make them like the Hellcats, where you can shoot them and they just don't want to die. Yeah, and you see the budget went back, and the red went back up from like 7,300 to 96. Improved 11-inch guns. Not really a great caliber for us right now. Increase some tension. I didn't see a message about destroyer program, so we'll see if we get one like this month. That's the requested number of cruisers. So I wonder if it overwrote the request for destroyers. Because there's no build requirements right now. That means we could potentially... Hang on, let's go another month. Uh, let's try to avoid tension this time if we can. We do want to be friends with Germany. Yeah, tension went up anyway. Okay, so it looks like we can actually put some of these destroyers on hold. Because we're not being forced to build those right now. So the request did overwrite the old one. That's useful to know. Supercharged diesels from Germany. Tensions are going up all over the place. China went up a little bit as well. So who can we blame for our troubles? So it's double tension with someone. We'll go with the USA for now. We don't really want to fight the USA, but all right. Let's sponsor a race and go for some prestige. We're at 51. The Russians won. Air-to-ground rockets, jet aircraft. Yeah, we're not going to jump feet first into jet aircraft. They're going to be really inefficient. Less naval spending again. I don't think the tensions are all that low. So improved 13-inch guns. Again, those are in a weird um, sort of caliber where it's like in between what we need. So new torpedo bomber is ready for evaluation. So we got better speed, better range, and instead of carrying heavy torpedoes, it carries medium, but it also carries bombs. So we'll go for the speedy one, I guess. That's tougher, less maneuverable, but more tough. How about this one up here? This one's like sort of in between, so it goes up to 8 toughness. Well, it goes down, toughness goes down. All right, we'll go with this one. This is the fast one with the best range, and we increase our toughness by 2, toughness by 1, and maneuverability by 2. And firepower goes up as well. So the Nekajima. Yes, we'll take a new medium bomber. We'll go for speed and bomb load. Actually, we'll go for, yeah, speed and bomb load. All right, we're right about the 40-minute mark. So we're going to go ahead and call it here for today. I really appreciate everyone who's been following and liking and commenting. It means the world to me. And hey, we're up to 50 subscribers now, 53 in fact. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you next time. And remember to sail safe out there.